So here we're going to decide whether the binomial is a factor of this polynomial. And all we have to do is divide using synthetic division. If we get a remainder of 0, then this is a factor of the polynomial. If we get a remainder that's not 0, then we won't say that this is a factor of that. It's just like when you're dividing numbers. If you get a remainder 0, whatever you divided was a factor. So we just do synthetic division. That's what I'll start setting up next, is synthetic division. To do synthetic division, all I would have to do is first write down the coefficients. But I have to pay attention in case I need 0 placeholders. What does that mean? It means if I start at the highest exponent and I count downwards, I shouldn't have to skip anything. So here I'd have 4, 3, 2, 1, but I'm missing a constant term. I should have 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So really, I should have like a plus 0 there. And so now I can actually write down my coefficients, which would be 48, 36, negative 138, negative 36, and 0, because of my constant. And then the next thing I do is I draw half of my box, that little corner there. And to do synthetic division with this binomial, you have to switch that number, and that's just one of the steps. You switch the number. I mean, it'll make sense once we start solving things, but here you switch the number. And then you just start bringing this down. So that'll come down, it'll be 48. And then I multiply and I bounce it, and it lands up here. So negative 2 times 48, what is that? Negative 2 times 48 is negative 96. And then I add those two. Well, what's negative 96 plus 36? That's going to be negative 60. And then I multiply and bounce. That would be positive 120. Add these two. That'll be, I think, negative 18. Multiply and bounce. That's positive 36. Add those two. 0. Multiply and bounce. That's 0 and 0. This is our remainder. The remainder is always the last number in synthetic division. So, like I said before, if I have a 0 remainder, then yes, this is a factor of this. Just like when I divide with numbers. If I divide like 15 by 3, then I'm going to get a remainder of 0. That's because 3 is a factor of 15. So the answer here would actually be x plus 2 is a factor of this polynomial, which is named t of x. So is a factor of t of x. If this was a different number, if it was like 3, 4, 7, negative 12, 131, if it was anything other than 0, then you would say x plus 2 is not a factor. And that just means when you divided, you had a remainder. It didn't go in evenly. And that's it. Hopefully that you can do the rest of your problems. It's really easy.